What's up, everybody? This is Mario, and I'm back with another episode of Endurify. And today, I want to continue to talk about what I was podcasting about yesterday with different mindsets. And this is all inspired by an article that I came across, which is written by Dr. Jim Taylor, who's a PhD in psychology. He's an internationally recognized authority on the psychology of performance, parenting, technology, and popular culture. And he's worked with top athletes in all of these different sports, in USA Triathlon, in the U.S. Tennis Association, with the U.S. and Japanese ski teams, in all different sports. And if you haven't listened to the podcast yesterday, go back and listen to what I'm calling bad mindsets. And there were kind of 4 different bad mindsets that you want to avoid as you're getting ready for a race. And a mindset in the context of this conversation is just what is going on in your mind before a race. And like I talked about yesterday, this mindset is just the thoughts that are going on in your head before a race. But it's not just about a race. This can be before any sort of big event that you have going on. Maybe it's a speech or a presentation that you're giving at work. Maybe it's a project that you're working on at work, but it's bigger than just triathlons. And so we talked about those bad mindsets yesterday, but what do good mindsets look like? What do powerful mindsets look like? And that's what I want to talk about today. And so according to Dr. Jim Taylor, he's found 3 mindsets that the best triathletes appear to use most often before a race. And the first is aggressive. And so when he talks about an aggressive mindset, he doesn't mean that triathletes should try to hurt their opponents, but really what he thinks is that he thinks of aggressiveness as a mindset in which triathletes are proactive, they're assertive, and they're forceful. You know, for example, having a fast start in the swim or finishing the rung strong. And this aggressive mindset is really often needed for triathletes to shift from kind of a solid performance to an exceptional performance, because it allows them to take their performance to the next level. And particularly for those who aren't naturally aggressive in how they perform. So he's worked with a lot of different age group athletes, and a lot of them are just gentle people. And these are people who aren't naturally able to take it to the course in triathlons. And he worked with a specific person where for him to race as fast as he was capable, he needed to adopt that aggressive mindset. And so an aggressive mindset can be so valuable because triathlons in some ways is like a combat sport, which means the competitive conditions like the weather, the terrain, the wind are literally or figuratively trying to beat us. And by assuming an aggressive mindset, you can have a chance to just vanquish those enemies. So, if you're kind of the type of person who may want to develop that aggressive mindset, you can do that in a couple of different ways, according to Dr. Jim Taylor. And he says, so you're more likely to perform aggressively if your body is amped up a bit more than usual. So you can raise your physical intensity with more movement during training, in your competitive routines, and just before you're about to begin to compete. So just moving around a little bit more and being a little bit more dynamic in your movements will help you shift to a more aggressive mindset. So that's kind of the first thing, is just starting to move around a little bit, standing, jumping up and down, doing some jumping jacks, getting your blood flowing, stand in that power pose. That's going to help you feel more confident. Now, the second thing that you can do is you can use high energy self-talk to instill that aggressive mindset. So you can say things like, let's go, attack, charge, bring it. And when you do that, you're going to notice that it's not only what you say, but how you say it. So your aggressive self-talk should sound it should sound like aggressive, like you actually mean it. And so that's something that's super important, is just that self-talk. And then the third thing that you can do is to incorporate an aggressive mindset is you can use some mental imagery in which you see and feel yourself performing aggressively, which basically in turn helps create more attacking thinking, focus, and feeling. So that's kind of just that first mindset of just being aggressive. Now, for me, that's not my natural inclination. So for me, this is something that is actually pretty appealing as I think about how do I want to show up and how do I want to race in Ironman Des Moines in about 10 days. So this is something that I'm going to keep top of mind as I'm getting ready for that. Now, the next mindset, the next good mindset or powerful mindset that he talks about is just calm. So a calm mindset is typically best for triathletes who get nervous before the race. So throughout your pre-race preparations and when you're about to begin a race, your primary goal is to settle down and relax, which will allow your mind to let go of doubt and worry and your body to be free of nerves and tension. And so, this is kind of the opposite of that first aggressive mindset. This is just calm. This is still. This is being peaceful. This can also be created in a couple of different ways. But first, it's difficult to have a calm mind if your body is anxious. So the first thing that you'll want to do is you're going to want to focus on relaxing your body as a good start. Things like meditation, deep breathing, and muscle relaxation are good tools that you can use to calm your body, which will in turn calm your mind. So you really want to start to focus on how can you get your body just to relax, because that will carry over into your mind. And so the next thing that you can do is you can just try and have that calming and reassuring self-talk that can ease your tension. So you can say things like, for example, easy does it, cool, calm, and collected, and chill. This is another one that he had in here. Chilling before I'm thrilling. Okay? Whatever that self-talk is for you, that's going to help you just cool off. That's going to help you stay calm. That's going to help you relax. It's going to help you shift your doubtful, worrying, or fearful mindset. And it's going to give you confidence. And it's going to give you the confidence that you need to swim, bike, and run at your best. And then third, you can use mental imagery, which is like visualization where you see and feel yourself being calm before a race. So this, imagery of like closing your eyes and seeing yourself being calm is going to have a physiological relaxing effect on both your body and your mind. And just seeing yourself performing well in your imagery is going to have that positive effect of increasing your confidence and focusing on good performance. So that's the second positive mindset that you want to have as you're getting ready for racing. That's just calm. Okay. And then the last example of a good mindset is what he calls clear. So a clear mindset involves having basically nothing related to racing going on in your mind before a race. So the triathletes who use a clear mind are those who you see before a race talking to coaches or competitors. They're smiling, they're dancing around, they're chatting it up, or they're just singing to themselves. They're looking all around and they seem completely unfazed by the fact that they're about to compete. And so this is an interesting one for me because, he's found that people that have a clear mindset is really the least common mindset among triathletes. And it's really often found in a certain group of elite triathletes. These triathletes can have a clear mindset because they're incredibly talented, just naturally talented triathletes, and they have years of experience that allow them to just trust their bodies to go out there and perform without really any sort of interference from their minds. And so a clear mind is really suited for triathletes who are just, natural, those that are kind of free-spirited, who are kind of just go with the flow, and the ones that are just really aren't as structured in their approach. And so, you can actually create that clear mindset by thinking about anything except your triathlon. So, you can talk to others around you. You can think about someone or something that makes you feel good. You can listen to music. These are all just different ways that you can keep your mind clear and then which then prevents it from getting in the way of your body performing its best. So those are just the three really good mindsets or the powerful mindsets according to Dr. Jim Taylor. So just to recap, the first one was aggressive. So this is where you really just show up ready to crush it. Regardless of whatever shows up, on race day, you are going to see yourself being aggressive, seeing yourself attacking the swim, attacking the bike, attacking the run. That's aggressive. The second one is just calm. So this is good for people who are a little nervous or worried before the race. Try and calm yourself down, calm your body down, which will then calm your mind down. And then the third, just good mindset is clear. So, as I want to bring it back to you, as you're thinking about your upcoming race or your next event, which of these three mindsets do you want to embody? Do you want to try and be aggressive? Do you want to try and be calm? Or do you want to be clear? And regardless of which of those three that you choose, you're going to want to kind of get your mind in the right place through a lot of these techniques that I've talked about, through the mental imagery, through relaxing your body, through getting your mental state ready. So all of these things are things that are going to help you prime yourself for peak performance in the triathlon and in anything else that you do. So that is what I have for today. I hope that helps. I'll talk to y'all later.